Hey, family, welcome to another episode of Seasons. I'm so excited to have you listen in on a very special episode that we were able to record a couple weeks ago when the Evanston Church of God had its 50th year anniversary. That weekend was so special. One of the reasons why it was so special is because I had so many of my family and friends come to celebrate with us. During that weekend, we had an opportunity to sit down around a table and talk about seasons in ministry. Many of us grew up together at the West Toronto Church of God, and we served alongside each other in ministry. And so we had a great conversation about seasons. Take a listen to a portion of the conversation we had about seasons in ministry with friends. Support, and many times, even for myself, where I'm going through my own moments, and I get a text from Dean, or I get a text from Grace, or O'Neill, just checking on you, sis. In moments where they don't know. That's what I needed. But I believe that's the Lord that has allowed that to be. And so for folks who, maybe in terms of trying to still have that support or how they can be a support to others, what would you say, just an encouragement for people?
No, I was just saying this last night. I think I was just saying this to Dean last night, that no one become or get successful by themselves. No one. You're not going to become successful by yourself. You need relationship.
Yeah.
You need somebody behind you, somebody who's praying for you. That's why it's important. Your tone, how you treat somebody, how you treat your friend, you treat your brother. Create that relationship, that bond. It is really important. Yeah. You won't win by yourself. No. When we win together, it's powerful. Absolutely. You have a great testimony, so don't forget that. You need somebody beside you, behind you, to pray for you and to support you.
Absolutely. I was going to add to, I think you have to also meet people where they are, no matter it, because we're talking about seasons. I think a lot of times, with us, our relationship is not just like, okay, we've been friends for like 2 years. This is like decades. It's like decades. And we are all different individuals. And what I can only speak on myself. Like I think out of the circle, I'm the one that's very, okay, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? Like, that's just me. But at the same time, you have to meet people where they are. I realize just from speaking to people outside of whatever, like, they're ready to just drop. Like, any little thing that happens, it's like, I'm not talking to him, or I'm not talking to her, or we go through that stuff. But I think the thing with us is, like I said, you have to have tough skin. We're very transparent with each other. And I don't want to, like, we don't have, like, we don't mix our words, and I think you have to meet people where they are. We are in certain seasons, but we're all in individual seasons in our life. And so, for example, your season that you're in, like, I know I have to navigate you in your season, and vice versa. You have to navigate me in whatever season I'm in, and I think that's what has kept us together. We navigate with each other. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, even if we're at like this place and someone in the circle's at this place, we will drop everything and get to that place. And so I think you have to forget about yourself. It's a selfless situation. If you are a selfless individual, you'll definitely be able to navigate your relationships and go to infinity and beyond, because that's what we've done, and that's why we're here. And it's by the grace of God that we are here. By the grace.
I think that's missing in these. It's refreshing to hear that. I just sort of passed through West Toronto for a season, so I'm not intertwined as you guys are, because I think I was much older than all of you. But what I admire is the longevity of your relationship and the roots that you have. And I like what you said, just meet people where they're at. That's missing. I did a program the other day, and the title was Drink Water and Mind Your Business. Right. That's what we're in now. Yeah, that's what we're in. Just mind my business. Just people just don't care. And that's very painful. Yeah. And it reminds me of the text where when God was asking Cain, where's your brother? Abel, and that's how we are. Am I my brother's keeper? And I really admire you guys for that deep root that you have. That even though you say we're real with each other, we may not. You may say something that may not be pleasant, but you don't walk away. No. And you work it out. I mean, you may take a break and not answer your phone for a moment. But deep down inside, you know that it's still there, and that's powerful. I think that is so missing now. That is so missing now, because once people find out you have a weakness, they're gone. Right? And we talk it, but we don't live it. So I really admire you guys for that. That's very powerful, and that's something that the church needs to really
And we grew up
resurrect.
seeing our parents doing that, because that's what we saw our parents doing, right? Like our parents, okay, so she get on my nerves today. Why you call me? Like we grew up seeing that, but then tomorrow morning they're like, okay, where you cook? Where you want? Like we grew up seeing that. And I think it just continued on.
So I'm gonna add on to that, and no, we're not trying to go too long, but so I mean, really crucial. One, to have examples, right? So again, our parents were definitely examples. Our church. And I brag about West Toronto wherever I go, and I think we've all been a part of many churches. I told Marvy just yesterday I wanted to stop her. I saw her in the airport. I said, I really want to stop you. I'm not getting emotional. I wanted to stop her. Don't do it, Grace, because it's going to happen. But I really wanted to stop her and say, you know what? I said, I don't think she knows. Every time I see her on stage, I remember that I was at West Toronto, and I hadn't led worship in my life until one day she handed the mic to me. And it started years, like decades of me leading worship. But and I told her, the fact that she trusted me and that I thought she was this star, this pop star that had come into our church and was like, she was amazing, So when she handed it over and said, Dean, you can do this, it was encouraging to have other people believe in us, right? Our church was very filled of, you're going to do it, even with what I'm going to bring it up, what we were doing with Malachi just now, like, you got to do it right. At West Toronto, you can't do it half. And I love, even with what I was just saying, I was like, that's how we're raised. Like, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it proper. And we knew that we'd get in trouble if we didn't do it the right way. But I think when people are talking about seasons, it's important to, I'm going to use them all, like recognize what season you're in and to acknowledge it, right? Because sometimes we lie about it. I'm fine, but you're not fine. You said something today on stage and you were talking about, when actually we were talking yesterday, you were saying that you went through a season of, and I was like, I never knew Marvia had gone through that. But to be cognizant and honest with where you are, and then to have people who understand because of their understanding of themselves, again, to be able to come in and just join, like, all right. And I feel sorry for people who don't have what we have. Like, truth be told, like, it is decades of relationship that we have. And whether you think you came in later on, O'Neill's come in a little bit later on, but I don't have a pinpoint, a time frame. Like, it's been, and you've made a very crucial marking on who we are as people. And I think even on each other, again, we laugh at Caleen's, catching spirit first. But it was, which you don't find much more anymore, like, we were all like, we have to get there. Like, everybody wanted to be filled. Everybody wanted to know the Lord, When Grace started singing and started really singing, everybody wanted to take music a little bit more seriously. Seasons are things that you just can't pass through them. Like, you can't ignore winter. Like, when it comes, you got to put on your coat. You got to put on the stuff that's necessary. But when summer comes, you have to stop. But it's the acknowledgement, because people don't acknowledge seasons, right? Like, even in the small thing, you talk about being a business owner. Like, when I see you guys come on my page and even just a double tap of a little heart, I tell people, I said, that's gonna sound really cocky. Not that I'm not acknowledging the other numbers, but it's the people that matter to me. That when I see that they've shown up for that little double tap, you get hundreds of likes, right? But if I see, hey, bro, good job, those are the things that, propel me to want to go forward. And so I can't, like you said, there's no season that I do by myself, even if it feels like it. You're out here all the way out in Evanston. We're not here with you. We travel from far and near, but we're not here. But I hope you know that while you're here, we are here wherever we are, and whenever you call, as you've seen, you can reach. I can't sing that song. Wrong program. But no, that we'll get. So yeah, acknowledge your season. So she said, her question was, what do you say to those who are out there that might want to know how to navigate? And I think understanding the season that you're in and giving grace to the people, the seasons that they're in, people will be more lenient to share your season and go back and forth. I'm babbling. Let me stop.
No, it's amazing. You want to say one thing?
Just be honest and be real and be transparent. Yeah, and to be around people that will allow you to be who you are. And that's what's missing, because people are afraid to be who they are because they think they're not going to be accepted. 100%. And so since you guys have that, that's very rare. Yeah. And I'm hoping, this podcast, I think this is a really powerful start. Yeah. And I hope somebody carry that away with you, to be transparent. And sometimes you're not accepting, but just be real. You will find somebody who will accept you. Yeah.
Absolutely. 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 And so I am so I don't have enough words to even express what these guys mean to me, and just the fact that they're here not only did they come for the Evanston Church of God 50th anniversary, but they came and they, after a whole night of Marvia turning up the whole place, they decided to stay till the end and tape a podcast. And this is indicative of the support that they've always given. So I just love each and every one. But I pray that someone has received something that was said today, encouraged your heart, something that was said today, reminded you of the season that you're in, but also the people that the Lord has placed inside of your life. It's important because even though you will navigate different seasons, the Lord ensures that you don't have to do it alone. And so I'm grateful. Thank you for watching. If you have questions or things that you want us to do you want to sing? He wants to sing. You want to sing, O'Neal? This is why. This is why.
You can come to the foot of the bridge, but you never get to see the cross if you don't take a step up to the cross.
This is our last episode of the season.
These are way out of my season, this song. This song is too old for me. I'm too young.
I pray that you're blessed by it. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, we appreciate you, love you, and know that God is with you in every season. God bless. Say good night to everybody.
Bye. Idiot.
He's a mountain. My God, he's a mountain. With a swinging, what a set of words. Why is it got a
that song with a swinging on your part? Is she writing? Yes.
God is a swinging bridge.
Low clouds sitting on top.
With a what?
Low clouds sitting on top.
You can come to the foot of the mountain, and you can come to the foot of the bridge, but you'll never get to see the cross if you don't take a step. Hallelujah! Up to the cross. Jesus. Oh my God. He's a swinging bridge. God is swinging.